Hello, in today's video we will look how to express relationships between records in the form of schemes. Records from individual classes do not exist independently of other data, but are connected to them by mutual relationships. If we take a look at a record of some data, we can see that it refers to other records like server contacts, operating system, team that is supporting the server. Similarly, other records often link back to our record. When we view columns of a given class, we can see the names of other classes that refer to our class or that our class is referring to. In case of a class with servers, there can be really a lot of such relationships. If the class is a child of other classes, it has even more of such relationships because it inherits them from its parent classes. We can express relationships between classes also using entity relationship diagram. This schematic representation will enable us to grasp the relationships of the classes because we have the whole picture of all the essential connections in front of us. We can see relationships of specific data in the record control elements and also below in the master detail relationships. So for example, here we can see file system of the server, application components, and other relationships. We will take a look at another example now. The schematic view is more telling because it shows us the relationships across a number of classes and allows us to create multiple views highlighting specific relationships. Let's see how we created this scheme. We click on Scheme Design. We define the scheme by selecting the links that we want to further develop from the record. We can see here two types of the links, either data that we are referring to from the class or data from other classes that are referring to our record. This is how we create a general template that, depending from which record we will call it, then corresponding map of relationships will be displayed. Important thing is that we can create multiple schemes according to the relationships that we want to plot. So we can have a breakdown of application to modules and subsystems, or we can create another scheme where we display infrastructure of the application. In the diagram, we can click and edit the record that corresponds to the box in the diagram. We can see that the records in the master detail relationships correspond to the links from the scheme. In the record, we can again click and display the scheme, and this time the scheme will be drawn starting with the record that we were currently in. Sometimes we need to create a scheme that renders the data according to the script that runs on the fly. Here, for example, the script displays relationship between two applications and implementation of the relationship. If we click on the scheme design, we can see that there is no template developed. We can go to the scheme detail, and we can see the script that is actually rendering the scheme according to the data at the runtime. In this case, we are not limited in modeling of the scheme, and we can, for example, display icons leading to other schemes, or indicate that an open incident is registered for the given item, and we can navigate to the incident from the scheme. Thank you for your attention, and if you like the video, write in the comments how you model the schemes in your data, like and share for your friends and colleagues.